Welcome to the Battle of the Warpstone Caverns. My name is Apollo, and we are back playing Total War Warhammer 2. This is a very cool underground map. You can see it's actually a dwarven, it used to be a dwarven fortress, but now it's got warpstone all over the place and is now a Skaven home. So really awesome map. So this is going to be a fight between me and my nemesis, JackieFish. He is going as the Dark Elves, who are a very, very powerful faction, and I'm going to be, of course, the Skaven defending my homes here. So this is going to be a really fun battle. Now, before we dive into this glorious fight, I do want to announce that this game releases tomorrow at 8 p.m. or 8 a.m. British Standard Time. You can also get Warhammer 2 10% off. If you look down below, there's a link to Games Planet, and you can use the promo code Apollo when you purchase the game. So not only will you get the game for a cheaper price, but you will also support me as a content creator. So definitely check out that link down below. Now, to celebrate the release of Warhammer 2, JackieFish and myself, we are going to be streaming around 2 p.m. British Standard Time. We're going to have a good old challenge us stream. So you and your friends, you can challenge us in battle. We're going to do a lot of online battles. It's going to be really fun, guys. Check it out. I can't wait to see you guys on the battlefield. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into this battle and look at my army comp. So we're going to keep it paused here because if you look over here, look at this. He's got Harpies with the Vanguard capability already behind my forces, and I didn't even realize this. So yeah, I guess they're not popping up on the mini-map, so that might be why I didn't see it. But anyways, let's look at my Skaven army. I'm mostly bringing, well, I've got some clan rats, but I've got a ton of artillery. I got the warp. See, this is the warp lightning cannon. This thing is nasty. It does some pretty high damage. I'm also bringing a lot of plague claw catapults, which do a lot of splash damage, so they're really good as well. The heart of my army has to be the storm vermin. I got halberds and swordsmen, and I also have some plague monks, which are really good at dual sword infantry. Of course, I've got the doom wheel. I've got a lot of infantry on the flanks here, and then if we go over to this side, I do have the hell pit abomination, which is just a tough monster, and I am bringing some rat ogres, and I got Queek Headtaker as my general. I believe I also have a plague monk as well, or plague priest. If we go over to JackieFish's side, he's got a really good army as well. He's bringing a lot of quality heavy infantry. He's got some bleak swords. Behind them, he's got some dread spears. Did I say bleak swords? Yeah, bleak swords. Okay. And then he's got some executioners. He's got the blackguards of Nagaron, and he has some dark riders with shields. And let's not forget the war hydra. In the center of his army, he's got more of the bleak swords, some spears. He does have, oh, check this out, the death hag. Look at this. This is so Mad Max right here. Look, this like blood where you do sacrifices is nasty. So it's a melee specialist. It's a really tough unit. It's going to be fun to see that in action. He's got more executioners and more blackguard of Nagaron. Over here, more cav, another war hydra, and then more infantry this way. Actually, it doesn't look like he's bringing too many skirmishers. I think he's just got a lot of infantry, a black dragon, and I think he has for his general, he has Morathi or Morathi or Morathi. Morathi. I always get her name mixed up, but yeah, he's got the other. He doesn't have Melekith. He's got the other legendary lord. So pretty cool stuff. Let's go ahead, guys, and start this battle. All right, so this is all very interesting because the map is well, the map's really cool. So basically, the map's got this hilly formation, so setting up on this hill is going to be really important. That's going to give you a nice vantage point, but also you can flank around. And these pillars are going to make it pretty challenging for my artillery to get direct hits. The Harpies are just hanging back here. Look at this. The Harpies, it's pretty obvious. I mean, I think JackieFish, he knew that I was going to bring artillery, so he was just kind of waiting for my artillery to be very vulnerable, and then he's going to go ahead and strike. Now, the Harpies are not that great. In my opinion, I don't even think they're worth getting, but in this situation, I think it might actually pay off if he can pull this off. So we're going to see what happens here. But I'm just kind of slowly marching up my army, just trying to get them in position here. And you know, I don't want to just blob up here. I was just kind of scouting out his army as well. He's pushing up his general. So Oh, there we go. There goes the rally. Kind of sounded like a fart. But there goes the volley of slingers. There we go, slingers. Come on. So, yeah, I've got about 3 units. I think I get a couple hits there. Yeah, but I do a little bit of damage, but not really much. But I think he got a little too aggressive there with his dragon and his general. Now I'm pushing up the gunner runner slingers with poison. These guys are pretty cool. Look at them crawling on all fours, getting to this front line. There they go. I love it, man. It's so cinematic, so awesome. All right, so yeah, they're pushing up forward. I've also got some ogres who are leading the way, leading the charge over on this flank. And then on this side, of course, I've got the Hell Pit Abomination along with some Storm Vermin, sword, and shields. All right, so my infantry now pushing forward. Oh, here we go. He moved up his War Hydra as well, so he's just pushing up his monster. So I'm really gonna focus down his monster. If I can take him out early on, this is going to be huge. But he's gonna fire the fiery death of destruction after my slingers. Not that bad. My slingers are kind of naturally in a pretty loose formation, so I'm just gonna continue to stand my ground here and keep slinging this War Hydra. Look at that. Here it comes. Here it comes. I love the War Hydra. It's one of my favorite things ever in this game. Now he's going in with the Black Dragon into my infantry, trying to disrupt my formation and just clean up this flank. So, yeah, he's going in with his monsters first as the Dark Elves, and I'm just trying to set up my artillery, really. If I can set up the artillery, we should be set. The Harpies, though, are now closing in, and I had no idea. I was completely I was so focused on the other parts of the battle, and I should have been looking around. This is terrible map awareness on my part. But yeah, they're gonna go in and start to harass my my crew here. Now I do have infantry nearby, but they need to get going. They're very far behind. So let's actually do some slow motion here, guys, as this battle continues to progress. So yeah, the fight is a bit of a cluster over here. This dragon is really causing some issues. We have done some damage to it, but not really enough. And we have the War Hydra over here, but it looks like he's actually turning and going towards other parts of the battlefield. Oh yeah, his legendary lord, she is using some debuffing abilities, which is going to really affect me here. My slingers are still firing. I've got some clan rats just trying to charge in, trying to protect my slingers and just buying more time so they can sit back and sling. He did charge his Dark Riders into my slingers as well, so JackieFish is just hitting me hard in very vulnerable places. That sounds weird. But yeah, he took out my artillery. He's taken out my slingers. I've now got to push up my infantry. Look at that. The skulls up there. They're getting debuffed, but I don't really have a choice. They've got to get to this fight and protect the front lines. I'm still dealing with the Harpies, but most of them, see, they're already broken. Well, pretty much. This one's breaking. This one over here is still alive and well. My artillery's still not phased either. They're still just firing. But there we go. Look at this. And we're going to focus down his general. Yes. So his general, the range on those lightning bolt things, man, they're so good. And my catapult also just focusing down. If I can take out the serpent's head, then this battle is really going to just work out nicely. The morale is going to really soften up. Now we're firing over here. He destroyed my flank over here. My ogres are just the only ones really putting up any kind of resistance. The artillery's still firing. Let's do some slow motion here of this artillery coming in. This is going to be too good. Still trying to go after the general. And look at that. We've done a decent amount of damage for her just standing there, giving morale to her troops. But yeah, more of my infantry closing in, trying to fight the good fight. This brutal front line between the Skaven and the Dark Elves. My slingers need to back up a little bit, but some of them are still slinging, still giving some support to this this infantry. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. If we go back over to the other side, there's a nice fight over here. But my Hell Pit Abomination, man, this thing is so tanky and so good. But it's right in the thick of this fight. Look at him. Look at him go. Taking on some Dark Elves spears. Dark Elves. Some more artillery coming down. Still going after the general. I think that was kind of... I think it's a waste at this point. There we go. There we go. Now I'm switching targets and going after these Dark Elves. Excellent. Excellent. Nice. We need that. And there... Oh, there goes their Death Hag. Look at this thing. Look at this. Oh, we hit it with the... Nice. Very cool. Look at this one Dark Elf up here giving out the commands. So cool. But the Dark Elves have broken through my clan rats, which is not a surprise. Let's go back to slow motion here. Because they're winning on this flank. Now, I've gotten a couple units who've returned from routing, but they are back to the fight, still trying to hold this front line. But yeah, JackieFish is starting to push through the flank. He's got a War Hydra over here. We really need to just clean up over here. This is just a mess. I need to protect my artillery. I need to get these Storm Vermin halberds into the front line. Now, oh, check this out, guys. Check this out. Here we go. Let's see. Where is this going for? It's going for something. I think it's going for these back troops. He's got nice. The execution. Look at that. So awesome. So awesome. I love that artillery. More of my infantry still holding up here. So we haven't completely lost the front line. But yeah, it's been a real messy battle. There goes the artillery. That's so good. That is so good. Do get some friendly fire, but that's, you know, that's the Skaven for you. Expect a lot of friendly fire. Now I'm focusing down his War Hydra with my artillery. Look at this. Just one after another with all my artillery. Keep on firing. Come on. The Warp Lightning Cannon. Come on, cannons. Keep on firing. There goes my Plague Monk. He's going to go ahead and spawn some units from underground. He actually spawns Plague Monks instead of just Clan Rats, which are pretty good. Oh, yes. And look at his Hydra is breaking because my artillery just focused him down. And the Hydra has just pushed up way too far, and I was able to take advantage of that. Now he's got his buff has been triggered, has been activated. So this is going to be really, really tough for my army. I've got to kind of wait this out and just hope that it goes away soon enough before he destroys my forces. My Doom Wheel is starting to fight the good fight here and just softening up some Dread Spears. Not the best unit, but at least they're killing something. And now he's got his dragon over here. So once again, I'm going to turn all my artillery. Look at this. All my artillery going to focus down this dragon. Now, that's the thing about large armies. There's just so much to manage that sometimes you just have units just kind of standing there. And once again, I destroy another monster from him just not paying attention. And I will take it. I will take it. And look at this. Oh, man. The center is just being captured by JackieFish because his buff that's going off. My clan rats are weak. Oh, but the artillery's got free range here. Doesn't have to worry about friendly fire. So I'm going to keep on firing into this big blob here. Oh, but we got a spell going on. And he's going to soften up my artillery. He's really trying to... I mean, that's the biggest threat for him right now. He's got to take out on my artillery. But I also have some warp throwers that need to get into this fight. But let's slow it down here a little bit and look at the current situation. You can see that JackieFish is still pushing on this flank. He's broke my center lines. I'm now charging up my Storm Vermin and more Clan Rats to just keep on holding this front line, to keep them in place so I can continue to fire my artillery. Remember, the artillery is the way, it's the only way I'm going to win this fight. Back over here, it looks like the fight is actually pretty even. If we can kill this War Hydra, then we can turn this fight around and just break, like, we'll have so many free troops to go back over into the center fight, which is looking really bad, guys. I mean, he's got troops all over here. There's no front line. This is madness. It is just insanity. So here we go. Now I'm going to charge in my ogres. I didn't really want to charge in my ogres here because the Black Guard of Nagaron, they're pretty good at taking out monstrous infantry, but I don't really have anything else. I am setting up now Clan Rats that have returned from routing, and they're going to try to reinforce these lines. But look, there's pockets of fighting everywhere. My cannons are still just zapping away. Look at that. Oh, man. And we are starting to break them here. Break them in the center because of the relentless artillery. My infantry, they're just doing what they do best, just giving the enemy something to kill as the artillery kills them. Their general, his general is in the fight, still very healthy, so we got to watch out for that. The Harpies have returned, but I don't expect that much of a fight out of them. We should be able to break them pretty quickly. My ogres are kind of sitting back here protecting my artillery. I've got a lot of bodyguard around my artillery because they've got to stay alive. Look at this, the cannons, man. They're going after the retreating forces, making sure they don't return. I've got some flanking units, some plague monks coming around this way. So yeah, nice battle in the center. Oh, there goes the warp throwers. They're now firing into the side, the flank of the Black Guard of Nagaron, which is really good because these guys outmatch me completely. More artillery flying around. This is such a cool battlefield. So awesome. I got some slingers who have returned, who are now focusing the backs of the Black Guard of Nagaron. My clan rat's still just holding them in place. Queek, it's time for Queek to get into the battle and to join this front line. Let's see what he can do. I think he's going for the general. He wants her head. He wants her dead. So now he's going to charge in. Watch this, guys. Here we go. Queek is a really good fighting general. Oh, look, he rolled into battle. That's cool. Yeah, he's a really good fighting general. He doesn't have a lot of spells, but that's why I got a plague priest to support my army. But he's just going to help hold this front line. Oh, look at him go. That's so cool. All right, so let's slow-mo it once again here. Let's see what's happening. So the War Hydra is actually pushed. Now, I made a mistake here. My warp lightning cannons were actually focused on taking out troops who are retreating. So now they're out of range, and they decided to push up. That was a really bad micro mistake by me. So now my warp cannons are in danger, but that's okay. The battle is slightly in my favor now, so all I have to do is rely on my infantry to win this one. I've got to kill this War Hydra. It's less than half health, so it's really close to dead. Back over here, though, the Dark Elves have won, but only just. This is not going to be a huge threat, but really, the battle is going to be decided right here in the center, and I'm still trying to go after this general. I'm still just trying to soften him up with Queek, so let's go back to normal speed. Come on, Queek. You got this, man. Look I love how he like does this double step on enemy forces. Like he's running up a wall, but he does it on, you know, on their chest or something. It's so good, and they just slams down and get some kills. There goes his general flying around, trying to support other parts of the battle. We are breaking over here. He's still doing some debuff abilities. Oh, he's gonna debuff some of my forces over here. Yeah, that's not good. He's going to try to soften them up so he can break through with his Black Guard of Nagaron. Come on, General. Keep on the good fight. Keep on doing it. It's so close, guys. The balance of power is in my favor, though. If we can kill this War Hydra, I think we can confirm the victory here. My Doom Wheel, look at him. Look at him still going against the War Hydra. So awesome. Come on, take him out. You got this, man. War Hydra, I mean, we already took out the first one early on. The artillery still firing. Nice. Nice. Softening up the Black Guard. Yes. Get him off this battlefield. And Queek is getting surrounded, though. Queek is standing alone. Oh, wait, no, that's my Plague Monk. Where is Queek? Oh, here's Queek. Yeah, well, he's not exactly surrounded, but yeah, he's stuck in a pretty intense melee. Oh, and the artillery, though, is going to support him right over Queek's head. Wait, where did he go? Oh, maybe actually Queek might have got hit there. I don't know. But let's go back to slow motion here, because this is crazy intense. I'm now flanking around with some Storm Vermin. JackieFish trying to contain the flank by charging in his Black Guard of Nagaron, but now they're fighting on two fronts. Back over here, we're starting to break the Dark Elves. I think the Dark Elves just kind of push themselves too thin, and we're able to just swarm them and just break around them and just, you know, expose their flanks. So my Plague Monks are holding their line. He's got more spears over this way, but it's not that much of a threat. They're not that strong. And then back over here, I've got my Hell Pit Abomination, which stands victorious. We won on this flank, which is great, and are now pushing up the Storm Vermin to go after the Dread Spears, who have are pretty much dead. Got this look at this lone Storm Vermin just getting some kills here. So cool. So awesome, man. I'm loving Warhammer 2. And, oh, man. Okay, check this out. Look at this. Look at this. So Queek has a special ability where he can just like do this like area of effect where it just blasts enemies away from him. So it's actually a really great ability if you're trying to escape the fight. So I thought that was really cool. I think I'm gonna do it again here pretty soon. I'm not too sure, but if I don't, I'll definitely go back and get a cinematic shot of that, because that is awesome. I love that. But yeah, still going ham on these elves here. And then back over here, you can see the elves are starting to break. I believe their general has broken, or JackieFish's general has broken. And now we can go back and focus the center fight, which this is all going to come down to right here. My artillery's really supporting my general. Queek is just going ham right now in enemy lines. He's getting some great kills. This is really what's left of his forces, just hanging on by a thread. A few handful of troops. And then, sure enough, guys, his army does break. And that is going to be the last of the Dark Elves. So my god. Okay, so the artillery, you'll see how effective they were. That was really sloppy in my part. But again, I think JackieFish kind of spread himself too thin, desperate to take out my artillery, which, you know, is the smart move. But I was able to just swarm his forces once they got past the front line, and he broke pretty quickly. So let's end the replay and look at the results here. So if you look, really, like I said, my artillery did most of the carrying there. They've got most of the kills, so they carried us to victory. My ogre's doing pretty good. Slinger's doing okay. But yeah, overall, I mean, it all comes down to that artillery. My Hell Pit Abomination also doing very well. And, you know, Queek did pretty well, 72 kills. JackieFish, on the other hand, his War Hydras did, well, one of them did pretty well. Of course, I mean, he's going to get a lot of kills because he's killing a lot of rodents, you know. So, yeah, don't read too much into that. But again, the artillery saves the day here. Underground battle. That is so cool. So I deployed like almost 1,000 more troops. Just short a little bit. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. Remember, the game releases. You can get it 10% off. Go into the link down below using the promo code Apollo. So check that out. Yeah, so that's gonna be it, guys. I can't wait to see you guys in the battlefield. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, share, and of course subscribe for more epic battles. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you next time on the battlefield.